Hey guys, I have a review for you today. Obviously, you can see it in the title. I don't know why I keep mentioning it, but so the book I'm going to review today is The Family That Couldn't Sleep by D.T. Max. I'm so tempted to say Dr. D.T. Max because it sounds very catchy, and I think I might have said that before. This guy's not a doctor at all. I'm afraid I might have said Dr. D.T. Max before. It's so tempting. But anyway, this is The Family That Couldn't Sleep by D.T. Max. This book was published in September of 2006 by Random House. It has 336 pages and it has 1,500 ratings on Goodreads approximately. This book is a medical mystery. I guess it's called a medical mystery, and it initially starts with this Venetian family that has had this curse for around 200 years. Around when the family members reach middle age, they stop being able to sleep. They get less and less sleep. The sleep that they do get gets less restful. Eventually, they stop sleeping altogether, and gradually they waste away. They pretty much die from the results of sleep deprivation. Eventually, when there was more capability with science, the doctors noticed that their brains had holes in them. And essentially, there was something that was eating away at their brain. And it was genetic, and they're trying to figure out why this happened and how this happened. So it starts with the family, this mysterious family, and the author himself is actually going to one of the first family reunions this family has decided to have, and this affliction is like an open family secret. It's like something that they don't talk about. They don't want to talk about it. They know that they have it, that they have the potential, that they kind of know how they're going to die, and it's just something that they choose not to talk about. And then this genetic condition is similar to a bunch of other afflictions that have been seen not only in humans but animals, and how the medical community and the scientific community develops an understanding of what this is and what these types of diseases are. And it gets very, very interesting. It starts with animals that makes them compulsively scratch themselves, walk around like they're drunk, and then eventually die. And then it traces it back to another mysterious case of this indigenous people, and I think it's like in the South Pacific, and the Australian government is super confused as to why these people are suddenly dying of this mysterious disease which they cannot trace. They cannot find a contamination in their food, and they cannot also find a virus that could be responsible for this. And it leads to a new breakthrough in science. By the second half of the book, it kind of leads up to something more current, and it really explains a lot about essentially what is mad cow disease, how the troubling situation of mad cow disease in the 1980s in the UK really occurred, and ultimately how it came over to the US, how the government handled it, how the scientists handled mad cow disease, and how people were kind of shocked and how it spread. And it was really interesting to read about something that they thought only occurred in sheep suddenly occurred in cows, and then eventually in the US, how something they thought really only happened in British cows suddenly occurred in just deer and elk out in the wild. I really did enjoy this book. D.T. Max writes wonderfully and very confidently about the science. It has a very good balance between explaining the science and explaining the tension within the scientific community and the debate within the scientific community about this new mystery from so many different perspectives. It also balances really well with the human aspect and the drama of this family is not telling its subsequent generations about these things, and people are baffled that they're suddenly sick, but then they realize, am I dying from the same thing my father died of? And then also going with the researchers that are studying these issues in these animals and in these people. It's very interesting how it really gets kind of personal with them and how they conduct themselves, and how sometimes how asshole-ish they can be, and how some people can stand in their own way of progress, and how some people can just be horrible people but still contribute and still try to help. I mean, I really honestly think that this is like my standard. It's like it's like a solid nonfiction engaging book. So if you are a person that is kind of new to nonfiction and you just want something that is informative and engaging, I think this has a better balance than like Erik Larson's books, in which it's historical fiction, but I think Erik Larson has a little bit too much drama added to the straight facts than is to my taste, and this is more to my taste. It kind of pulls back on the drama a bit and kind of lets it be well balanced and engaging with the science itself. So I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely do recommend this. And if you want to learn more about mad cow disease or decide to never eat red meat again, I highly recommend this book. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot, and it was very engaging. So that was my review. Hope you guys liked it. Have a great day. Bye.